Okay. Well, I had a really good winter solstice actually. I met up with my mate's boyfriend at the Red Lion in Avebury. Shared a few drinks. He was going to camp up, but I think he's going back now, to be honest. It's quite windy. I've walked up onto the Ridgeway. In the past I normally go up to Mill Kill, but that's like a 10-kilometre walk. This is a lot closer. It's the woodland where all the sarson stones are. I was going to camp in here, but it's a little bit windy. I'm thinking the other side of this forest, from what I remember. Oh, can you see the sarson stones? If I remember, it was a nice place to camp, but whether it's out in the wind is another matter. Don't even know if I'm on the path here. Alright. Hopefully that's in the focus. I haven't got my glasses on. Just want to put the tent up, to be honest. Along here, just by the path, is a pretty cool place to put the tent actually. I kind of want to get a view. There is some clear sky, which I didn't think there would be. It's quite out in the wind here as well. I guess I'm on the path still. I don't know if I am on the path. Oh, I see some kind of sign there. So, oh, I'm imagining this is the path down here. I hope. Ah, it's quite deep in mud here actually. Okay. I'm just looking at the ground. This looks like a path. It looks like it's trodden. Yeah, I can see footprints. Yeah. It's not a big forest. It's just a small wood. It's actually on the, I think it's part of the White Horse Trail or Wessex Ridgeway Trail, which I've done, or both even. Can't remember. I did think about camping near the, I think it's called the Devil's Quotas or something. It's like a stone tomb, but I couldn't see it on the map. It's actually probably quite far away. I don't want to walk too far today. I'm trying to take it easy as much as possible. I have to say, I didn't plan on drinking, didn't bring any alcohol with me, just because of the time of year. I wasn't too sure if anyone would actually be here. I was kind of right, there wasn't that many people there. I've seen it much more busier on a winter solstice 2 solstices ago, winter solstices. But if you don't mind colder weather and you've got the gear, I highly recommend coming to Avebury for winter solstice. It's a world away from the sunrise at, if you get a sunrise at Stonehenge, which is packed out with people. I've been there quite a few times to the winter ones and the summer ones. I personally prefer it a bit more peaceful, and it's much more of a relaxed atmosphere, yet there's still enough people to talk to and have a laugh. You're not totally on your own. Of course, there's 1,000 stone circles in Britain, UK, so you could perfectly probably find somewhere if you want just a totally chilled out experience where there's nobody about, which I've done before. To be honest, I'm not really into large crowds. Been there, done that. Doesn't really interest me. Like my job, I'm with talking with, like, it's a sociable job, so it's not like I don't talk to people. Meet plenty of people every day, so it's just nice to have some peace. Right, where I'm camping, I think it's the White Horse Trail, as I said, possibly the Wessex Ridgeway Trail. It's just come out of the Sarson forest. I could have camped in the forest, but this side of the, I say forest, it's more of the woods. This side of the woods is sheltered from wind. There's no wind here. There's a slight breeze at the moment, so unless the wind direction changes, we'll have a nice peaceful night. The other side of this forest is a totally different ball game. It's like, it's crazy. It's like, it feels like it could be over 40 mile per hour gusts. It's quite windy, windier than I thought. I mean, I've been in stronger wind, but I wasn't expecting it to be this windy. I know there was a weather warning. It's not like a yellow or amber or red warning, I don't think. So I'm going to give you a look around the tent. This is, everybody keeps telling me this nightcap tent is like Langshan, like a copy of the Langshan. I've not had it in, I really haven't had it in serious weather. So I still don't really want to give it a review because I need to have it in all weathers really. It's more of a 3-season tent. It's definitely not a 4-season tent. And pretty much now it's winter. Tomorrow will be winter because this is the winter solstice after all. So tomorrow is winter. You get some bugger. Got to pay the meter. Sorry about that. The camera light died on me. I'm using my bike light at the moment. It's a spotlight, so it's not ready for filming. So it's going to be a bit dark around the edges. I was actually going to buy a camera light because I've got a new camera. I'm not using it at the moment, by the way. This is my Canon GX5 Mark II. Yeah, I've got a new action cam. I'm going to use that in the next adventure. But yeah, I was actually going to buy action cam light, and I think I need to now because for some reason that's just packed up. It's fully charged, but it just went off. I've hardly used it, so definitely need to get one. I've had it for a couple of years, so anyway, I'm going to try to give you a look inside the tent. So this is my sleeping bag. Sorry about the shadow because I'm using my head torch. It seems sufficient for filming inside the tent actually. It's an Ascent. I think it's a Rab Ascent. I don't know if they still make them. Rab Ascent 900. Very warm sleeping bag. More than warm enough. It's not really a cold night. I could have actually got away with probably gotten away with an autumn sleeping bag tonight. So hot hand warmers, and I've got an electronic ones here as well. So I'm going to have no problem staying warm. I'm going to use my clothes. You know, it's that warm tonight. Actually, how warm is it? It's 8.4 Celsius outside. That's pretty warm. I've had warmer winter solstices. Some of my winter solstices have actually been warmer at night than the summer solstices. Look at the state of my boots. Got to get these off now, my waterproofs. I'm get my tent to go, have some snacks, relax, watch them on YouTube. As you know, it's dark early, it's not that late still, so I'll watch a few things before I go to sleep. Alright, morning folks. Didn't have a great sleep because I got toothache, so I couldn't really sleep very well, not had much. But sunrise is supposed to be around 8:11 at Avebury this morning. It's now 6:49 in the morning, so I'm getting the tent down. And then this is nearish the Ridgeway. I'm just off the Ridgeway by this forest here, limestone forest. The tent's a bit weird because sometimes it's like the inner is quite saggy. There's like a knack of putting this up so the inner isn't saggy, but yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about it. And sometimes it can fall over quite easily, even though I've put it up tightly in the first place. So Still haven't got it to test it out in heavy rain. It didn't rain last night, it was some light rain, but nothing much, just drizzle. I'm out of the wind here. On the other side of the woods it is really windy. So I had a really nice peaceful night in that sense. Okay, well anyway, I'm going to get the tent down. And hopefully there's a sunrise. I don't think there's going to be though. Okay, so I'm walking back through the woods I came through last night. It's a bit muddy. Good job I've got my boots on. I'd have wet feet by now. Very muddy actually, not just a bit, it's incredibly muddy. So do you folks like walking through woodlands at night like this on your own? I know some people find it a bit spooky. I'm just so used to it, it doesn't bother me at all. Got some good lighting. This part of the path's pretty good. Don't know if I actually walked down this bit last night. I think I went slightly the wrong way. This is better than the route I took in, I think. There's even some kind of gate here. Switch over using my bike light because my camera light has just died again. I need a new camera light basically. The battery in it is probably gone, and I've had it for over 3 years I think. Used it a lot. Unfortunately you can't change the battery in it. It's got to buy an entirely new light, which is a shame. So can anyone recommend me a light? I'm probably going to buy one today, to be honest. Do a bit of research today, buy it. It's a bit awkward holding the bike light and filming at the same time. I'm using the Canon G5X Mark II. It's got a 1-inch sensor. It's pretty good for nighttime filming. Much better than the Action Cat, my DJI Action 3. I've yet to test the was it the 360 Insta Pro, but to be honest I'll be using that for action scenes, not walking. I'd still use this camera because it's got a bigger sensor. Of course it's going to be better than the Insta 360 Pro because of the sensor size. I mean it's twice the price of that camera as well. So this is my nighttime walking one. The Insta 360 Pro will be my sort of like, I suppose, bike riding, action scenes, maybe if it's raining. Yeah, of course if it's raining because this camera's not waterproof. So what have you folks done for winter solstice? Did you go to a stone circle? Did you go to Avebury? Or perhaps you went to Stonehenge or one of the other 1,000 odd stone circles around Britain, or maybe you didn't go to a stone circle, you went to another landmark, or you just celebrated it indoors. Let me know in the comments. And let me know in the comments if you've ever been to Avebury for winter solstice, or any landmark in the winter solstice, or even the summer one. Tell us your story. Oh god man, I nearly fell then. I don't want to drop this camera in the mud. It would not survive. Yeah, let me know in the comments your stories about that. Love to know. And of course I like to get to know my subscribers more. It'd be good to for you to leave a comment and say if you've watched the video, because that helps my video. Yeah, I put on so much effort, as I keep saying, for these videos, and hardly anyone comments. And because hardly anyone comments, my videos just don't get anywhere near the views I think they should do. I mean, they're not I don't expect them to get like millions of views, but a couple of thousand at least each video, not like 200. Because I believe I produce videos that are useful to people. I'm not trying to sell something you don't need, like perhaps some other channels do. The only things like I will recommend to you is stuff I actually use. I would accept things to test from people who give me stuff, but under strict conditions that I will say what I think about the item. You know, after testing it for a good amount of time, not just getting it and making out I know all about it. I will need to have had proper use of it before I do a review. Now, like, I have strict conditions for that. I'm not just gonna advertise you something by having put a product placement on my channel just to line my own pockets. You know, because a lot of these things are really expensive. A lot of outdoor equipment, camera equipment, and people work hard for their money. So I don't think it's right that you get people who make up a review because they're giving something free to line their own pockets. I don't think that's very good. It's not. Well, it isn't, is it? But those sort of channels seem to be popular, which is I just find really weird that people think they're real reviews. If you want to learn about a product, search for a video where someone actually uses it, possibly paid for it, and actually uses it all the time. And that's the only way you're going to get a real review. Not somebody who's been given something, you know, that week to review and make out all these great things about it, and they've just had it like for a week or even less. It's crazy. I was going to do some droning. I did have the feeling it might be a waste of time bringing it because of the wind, and it certainly is. There's no way I could send a drone up in this wind. It's like, I don't know how much you're picking the wind up on here because I've got the wind muffs on. And how good are they? Are they working? Because it is very, very windy. It's blowing me about while I'm walking. This is the Ridgeway, by the way, folks, National Trail. I believe it's 50 years old this year, this trail. Don't know if I got that right or wrong. I'm sure I read somewhere. And it's one of the most popular national trails in England, anyway. I know the most popular one in Scotland's the West Highland Way, probably the most popular in the whole of the UK. But this one, I would say the Ridgeway is way harder than the West Highland Way in the summer, because this hike is brutally hot. So when it's clear skies in the summer, when it's hot. And the only places you can get water a lot of the time are just from the water taps, and sometimes those water taps are dry or they're just not working. So if you're not going down into the towns from the Ridgeway and you want to stay up on the Ridgeway, you've got to carry quite a bit of water. Otherwise it's quite a bit of a walk down into when you come past the town and then back up the Ridgeway in the heat, blistering heat. It's bloody hard going, and it's very hilly. It's much more, I think you gain more elevation on the Ridgeway in the south than you do on the West Highland Way, because the West Highland Way goes through like the valleys mostly, doesn't it? It goes over some of the hills, but this is up and down. Like, this is like, you gain some serious elevation over the entire this hike. And of course, if you're like a seasoned hiker, the West Highland Way is nothing. In fact, out of all the national trails I've done, I would say the West Highland Way, in good weather anyway, is the easiest one of the easiest hikes in the whole of Britain. National trails anyway. Maybe the Great Glen Way, that's a really easy trail. I would say that's probably the easiest, and then perhaps the West Highland Way in good weather. Even the Cape Raft Trail, to be honest, I've done it twice, as I've said in other videos, and I was lucky enough to mostly have good weather. I did get some snow, can't remember what time of year I did it. I did it early on in the year, early in the season, but I had some really good weather. Did have some torrential rain at times, but to be honest, this is like back in, I think, when did I do it? 2014 or something like that? I don't know. It's quite a while ago. Would I find it harder now I'm older? I'm like in my 50s now. And I've done a lot of, I've been into my exercise. I've got a lot of sports injuries, aches and pains from all that. It's not exactly healthy keeping fit. You might be fit, but you're not healthy. If you do extreme fitness, like you're really making yourself unhealthy. You want to like a fine balance of fitness and nutrition, really. But unfortunately, I was addicted. I still am to exercise. It's a real addiction, man. Which is not. It's not extreme exercise is definitely not good for you. I can tell you that. I'm really feeling it now. I'm getting older. So whether I could do the Cape Wrath Trail easily again, probably. This time I'd have a much lighter pack. I'd have to. I could do it. Well, maybe I would find it a bit more tougher. Definitely would find it tougher, I think, if I'm being honest with myself. I know there's one or two bits I know I'd probably find tougher now. So I'd definitely take a lighter bag. But to be honest, I probably wouldn't. I was thinking about doing it again, but I've done it. It's like there's other things I want to do. I can't see the point in doing the same thing over and over again. Life's too short. So there's quite a few people here actually.
Mistletoe a berry, pure, clear and white. But I'm in Avebury, she locks the door. He left outside, she guards the door. Holy Mary, Holy Mary,
so I'm just waiting for the bus now. Thanks for watching everybody. Please subscribe, let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to click the notification bell. It's been a pretty cool winter solstice actually. It's probably the most busiest I've seen the winter solstice here this morning. Anyway, it was quite a lot of tourists here last night, but here this morning there's a lot of people celebrating the solstice, so I'm guessing it's more of a morning thing here as well, more of a morning thing here, like in Stonehenge. Winter solstice was today as well. Some places celebrate at different days, people celebrate on different days, but around about this time. I think it's the 21st today? Something like that. Anyway, thanks for watching and hope you're all well. Have a great solstice, have a great Christmas, have a great New Year, and I shall see you soon.